Good afternoon and welcome back to Anarchy 7. It's me, the lovely Beatrix, joined by...
the not-so-lovely Brom.
Oh, you are lovely, don't worry about it. We're here to talk you through all of the action from the Crime City Rollers Nothing to Lose game. This is the Game 9 of the weekend.
Game 9, our penultimate game.
That's the word.
Before the end of Anarchy 7. It's nice to have Anarchy back in our lives.
It's fantastic, and what a weekend it's been, right? We've seen some amazing games already this weekend. We're going to recap you on the Toulouse Crime City scores that have happened this weekend already. It's a bit of a background.
Bit of the story of the weekend. Also, we should say, this is both teams' first game of today as well. So they've had a nice, relaxed start into the day.
Yeah, they're feeling fresh legs.
I'm sure they are.
And ready to go, I think. Just looking at their warm-ups just a moment ago, I feel like both teams...
I really enjoyed watching both teams warm-ups.
Yeah, me too.
They were full of energy.
Yes.
Of course, so yesterday, if we just have a look through what took place. So of our two teams that are about to play on the track, Nothing to Lose were up first yesterday at the game to 11 a.m. against Rainy.
That's right, and Toulouse actually lost that game 1-2-3 to 2-3-8 in favour of Rainy. And then Crime played Helsinki yesterday, a familiar matchup that we've seen many times before, but great to see again this weekend. Crime took the win there, 2-6-3 to 1-1-1 for Helsinki.
Yeah, and then Crime then Nothing to Lose. They played a lot yesterday, actually, almost playing in tandem. I've just spotted that.
Yeah.
Nothing to Lose took on London Brawling. That was 1-4-1, 1-5-2 in London Brawling's favour, but what a close game. Oh
yeah, absolutely. A real crowd pleaser, certainly in venue here at the fantastic and historic Crystal Palace. And then finally Crime City Rollers played Rainy City RollerDerby for the final of the day yesterday. Crime taking the win there, 1-6-2 to Rainy's 1-1-6. But right now let's get through the rosters. So Crime City Rollers 0030 Daimauer, 030 Ellie, 04 Vilda, 07 Nasty, number 1 Below Me, 100 Curly Haw, 112 Polytrauma, 12 Lightlin, 163 Yas, 23 Rhino, 304 Nagan, 440 Tinker, 56 Reggae, 90 Vanilla Slice, and 974 Astrid.
I might hold the roster for Nothing to Lose because we are just 10 seconds away from Derby. We'll wait until there's a team timeout or official review or something, I think.
I think that's a great idea as we count down the final 5 seconds to Derby.
Ooh, how many seconds?
It's 5. Let's go. Okay, so up first, jamming for Crime City. It is 100 Curly Haw. And that is Missy Hammer with the start for Nothing to Lose. Missy Hammer taking lead jammer. Missy Hammer coming in now on this scoring pass, held at jam line. Just looking for the space. A beautiful 2-wall though built. Below Me working hard with 04. That's Vilda. And Missy Hammer pushing forward, picking up the first points in this game, going to Nothing to Lose. Curly Haw without an answer to the defences that is Toulouse as Missy Hammer comes in again for another scoring pass.
Sorry, I was just having a look to see that Rhino is in the penalty box for a multiplayer.
So that's Crime City Rollers with 1 blocker light, but equally Toulouse also with a blocker going to the penalty box now.
And a high block has been assessed on 222 Agatha Crushdie. All the action starting to move between turns 4 and 1 on that straightaway where the game started.
And where it's coming to a standstill right now, Brom, as we see Missy Hammer at the back of the pack, once again pinned by that jammer line, by the 3-wall from Crime City. Beautiful knockout by Below Me, going to force that recycle back. Missy Hammer looking though as Curly Haw comes in for a scoring pass, calls off the jam, denies that opportunity to Crime City Rollers.
So a nice start to the game for Nothing to Lose. Pack advantage will sit with them.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Thank you. Just finding my words. It's the first few seconds of the game.
I was just affirming your words,
Thank
Brom.
you very much.
Who have we got on the jammer line though right now?
So lining up, we can see Vanilla Slice for CCR, Trash Panda for Nothing to Lose. It is Trash Panda that breaks out to pick up lead. A little bit of last-minute blocking going on.
And it is a power jam, in fact, to Nothing to Lose, as Vanilla Slice picks up a track cut penalty. So this is second jam, power jam for Toulouse.
Yeah, and at the same time, below me picks up a forearms penalty. Sorry, that yellow and red is doing absolutely nothing for me.
That's on our screen, and I'm sure it's on yours at home as well, so you can understand our conundrum. Well, game is in play.
And we've just seen Trash Panda's picked up a cut track as well, so we'll see that jam and switcheroo in the box. Vanilla Slice returning to the track, and Trash Panda also returning to the track at the same time, serving the same amount of time.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually if that penalty was rescinded from Trash Panda. It looked like there was some communication between Jam Ref and Jammer.
We'll have a look at the penalty ball for you in a second and bring you that update. Meanwhile, on the straightaway between 2 and 3.
Yeah, we've got all the action in terms of like nothing happening movement-wise, but those teams really setting up to capture the jammers as they come through. And Vanilla Slice fighting and grappling away through this moving four-wall from Toulouse, who really set up to continually deliver the blocking as far as possible.
Yeah, and they're the first points on the board for Crime City Rollers. 4 points picked up by Vanilla Slice. Meanwhile, Trash Panda on the second scoring pass. A blocker down for Toulouse for forearms.
Really interesting that yesterday we saw Trash Panda being jammed quite heavily in the rotation, and the ability to absorb blocks and keep on with that forward momentum was really striking. And I think we're seeing a bit of that again here today. But Crime City answering that very energetic movement of Trash Panda with some very strong walls being built.
So we'll have a look at the penalty board. So Trash Panda 49. Yeah, so that cut track was rescinded.
Yes, that's right. It was. 12 points picked up by Crime City in that last jam, though, Brom. 8 points for Nothing to Lose. Takes the scores. Crime City on 12, Nothing to Lose on 20.
So pack advantage will sit with CCR going into jam 3. We can see that it's Reggae for CCR, Champagne for Nothing to Lose. If you've not already guessed it yet, CCR in that beautiful yellow.
Well, Reggae picking up lead as Champagne picks up a forearms penalty. So this is power jam now in favour of Crime City.
Yeah, our second power jam in the row.
And Reggae certainly wasting no time here to pick up those much needed points for Crime City. 4 posted already on the board. Crime pinning between turns 1 and 2. One of the only blockers out on track for Toulouse, who are in a little bit of a penalty spiral here with their blocking contingent.
Yeah, Toulouse have 2 blockers currently sat in the penalty box. Champagne just hits the back of the track. Still, I believe, to get the initial pass. That action moving between turns 1 and 2 right now.
Meanwhile, Reggae completing another scoring pass as Champagne continues on, but picks up a track cut penalty. So this is a double power jam in favour of Crime City in this jam.
Yeah, it's all of a sudden, there's been a lot happening in a very short space of time in jam 3.
And Crime City actually taking the lead during this jam. Multiple passes. We're on 20 already.
Yeah, amazing work from Reggae coming in now for the 6th scoring pass.
Reggae being slowed down by Nina Backdraft, but unable to be contained as Reggae chooses to call the jam just at the end of Nothing to Lose Jammer's penalty. So this won't be a power jam start,
No.
but certainly 23-point jam for Crime City.
It's made all the difference. 35 CCR plays 20 for Nothing to Lose. You would have seen in the back of that last shot an empty penalty box, which is nice.
Yeah, nice for everybody. 0-3-0 Ellie with the start for Crime City. And jamming for Nothing to Lose, it's Missy Hammer. Ellie pushing forward, 2-wall, really quite far out from the pack, almost into turn 2. Have to give up that blocking, run out of track, and Ellie is called lead for Crime.
Missy Hammer takes a big hit, just allowing that time for Malmo to reform around them.
That was at the work of 07. Nasty for Crime City. Having to let Missy go, though.
Really nice reformation from Toulouse. Number 28 and number 19.
Babon and Sweeney working in tandem. Again, that's a powerhouse that we definitely saw earlier on in this weekend. Those two blockers working really, really well together, understanding what needs to be done to contain the opposing jammer. So exciting to see them again on track today. Crime City Rollers at 38, Nothing to Lose at 20. Do you want to run through the roster real quick?
Yeah, this is a good opportunity just to take a... Well, that 5 seconds has been called. We'll come back to it in just 2 seconds. I will get there, so you know everyone that's on the track.
Curly Haw is definitely on the track right now for Crime City as their jammer, joined by Trash Panda for Nothing to Lose.
Some really nice quick work from Curly Haw, but it's Trash Panda that breaks out, unfortunately picking up a track cut in the process. So lead is open and for the taking. Lead has been awarded to Curly Haw, but being recycled all the way back to the start of turn 1 and calls the jam off as a result. Locking Trash Panda in the box.
Exactly, and that's the great thing about being lead jammer, right? Is that you can say, I'm not actually playing that game.
I'm not playing your game at the moment.
Excuse me, I'm just going to stop this. Your jammer is still in the box.
So that Roller Derby Toulouse lineup is 06 Champagne 111, Rollella 153, Millie 19, Sweeney 1903, Lachute 191, Missy Hammer 202, Billy the Kit 2208, Tank 222, Agatha Crush Die 28, Baboon 49, Trash Panda 64, Jack and Decker 713, Alice Terrick 72, Nina Backdraft 747, Lilove.
And here we are in a reset because Curly Haw back on the jammer line for this jam. This time finding no problems coming through, picking up that initial straight away. Obviously still unopposed as Trash Panda is in the penalty box, though now standing and looking to return to play.
And 2 of the Nothing to Lose blockers picking up cut track penalties. That's Baboon and Billy the Kit.
Curly Haw able to get through again on another scoring pass as Toulouse try to shut the door on that inside line, but Curly Haw blesses us with a beautiful apex jump.
Fantastic. It's the first one I've seen today. I'm sure there have been some, but...
I mean, there can be many, but there's none quite like Curly Haw's.
There is not. Really nice track awareness from Curly Haw on the outside of turn 1 as well, and that toe-stop run.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I was about to say some fantastic toe-stop action. Just to round off that jam nicely. 16 points on the board for Crime City Rollers.
Yeah, Nothing to Lose, not picking up any more with 0 points for the last 4 jams.
Well, and I think that tale is told actually in the blocker penalties that we've seen. That frustration coming into play slightly. Crime City Rollers at 54, Nothing to Lose at 20. We've got just over 19 minutes of this first half. We're currently in an official timeout.
Do you know, it's a good opportunity. I remember that CCR were the first international team that I saw, and I saw them play at home as well at one of the international tournaments they hosted. They are one of the most wonderful hosts of a tournament.
They are.
Obviously, London Roller Derby have been excellent Anarchy hosts as well.
Absolutely. But Crime City Rollers, I think they elevate that hosting to a whole other level. A wonderful team. Whilst we are on an official timeout, great time to say thank you to our officials. Homo, you didn't. Sean Quad Grand Slam, Wonder Zebra, Tiny Tearaway, Stephen Leonard Douglas, Haymaker, Stormy, Stagatha Christie, Fear Leader, MacGyver, Pretty Miffed, Scapegoat, Agricola, Mina Harker, Penalty, Sweetness and Fight, Elevator, Colonel Panic, and 8.
Yeah, and a massive thank you as well to our tournament heads from across this weekend. That's our tournament head announcer, Loud and Queer, Paul Jones, our head photographer, Victoria Velociraptor, tournament head ref, Sticks and Stoner, our head NSO, and our GTO, Mehmed Ozel.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, heads.
Takes a village
Yes, I've heard that a few times, Jay. It takes a village to raise a roller derby.
Yeah, and I've just stolen it.
Oh, bravo. At least you admitted to it.
Yeah.
That's kind. Okay, here we are. We're ready to get back straight into this action. And despite the scoreline, bro, I've got to say the fast and furious nature of this game is certainly thrilling to commentate on as well as watch.
It is, and I think it's raised the temperature of the entire hall since
Yes.
the game started as well. It has
Yes.
got hotter in here.
Yes. Vanilla Slice is your lead jammer for Crime City. Missy Hammer with the star for Rainy City.
See a multiplayer block being issued to Missy Hammer.
So does that mean that this is a power jam in favour of Crime City once again?
It does.
Multiple power jams already in this half for Crime City means that they're able to take advantage where possible. We still have the blocking contingent from Nothing to Lose on the track, so although they're not scoring points, this really is the time that Nothing to Lose need to think about how do they neutralise this penalty against them. Toulouse are taking the time to actually run the pack as fast as they can.
Yeah, we've done a complete lap of the track. In the time it took you to say that sentence, we moved from turn 1 all the way back round to turn 1 in the space of 20 seconds.
Yep.
We've certainly picked up some speed.
I mean, this is the 4th jammer penalty that Toulouse blockers have had to defend against.
So Missy Hammer has removed their star cover. It is currently in hand.
I think it's back on the helmet because I see Pivot still out there, Champagne. Jam comes to an end, 12 points picked up by Crime City. Toulouse held scoreless again in this jam, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's okay.
Thanks
I haven't
for your
got much more to say to that.
I know.
But we have got an empty penalty box on the track.
Good. Trash Panda with the star for Toulouse, and that is Trash Panda lead jammer for one of the first times in this game. Toulouse able to pick up lead since the first jam.
Yeah, and really quickly coming in for that scoring pass. You can see we're all in turn 1. Look at the apex jump.
Beautiful.
Wonderful work from Trash Panda. CCR caught completely off guard with that one.
Yep. It's not just your jammers that fly, CCR.
And did you spot that Trash Panda's stamp of the skate as they approach the back of the pack?
Yeah. Beautiful work by Trash Panda. And also Toulouse blockers all of a sudden alight and aligned with what Trash Panda needs to see out on track.
And not only that, but CCR have lost 2 blockers to the penalty box. We've got number 1 below me and 304.
Nagam. Jammers neck and neck here. Reggae and Trash Panda. Trash Panda, however, already on a 16-point jam at this junction.
So it's a big point-scoring jam for Toulouse. Have any points been given away to CCR? 2 in the jam for CCR, picked up 19 to finish for Nothing to Lose. Phenomenal work from Trash Panda.
Yeah, what an absolute powerhouse of a jam that was, considering they last scored points early on in this game.
Jam 2.
Yeah. So brilliant to see that happening for them here, and I'm sure going to be the catalyst for what they need now.
Yeah, and you can see a fairly busy penalty box at the moment. Pack advantage is just about with CCR as Curly Haw picks up leads.
Yeah, Champagne in the mix with the star for Toulouse. Chased into the apex of 1 and 2. Manages to break free from Yas to keep on going. But it is Curly Haw who decides to call that jam, picking up 4 points along the way.
Yeah, and 2 Nothing to Lose blockers in the penalty box. 1 for a low block, 1 for a high block.
Just both ends of the spectrum covered. Four points picked up by Crime City. As we said, that takes their score to 79. Nothing to Lose on 39. And we are about at the halfway of the first half mark. 14 minutes, 49 seconds as there is an official timeout.
Do you know what? It's, for those that don't know, Coach for CCR is Dr. Steve Hill, British expat, former NSO, who has been on the receiving end of much heckling over the years as jam timer. You can see him leaning into the inside of the track there.
Trying to just listen.
What's going on, officials? I want to... He's creeping into the middle.
Gently strolling, just strolling by.
Say hi, Dr. Steve Hill. He's not looking at us.
It's no surprise there that he's not looking at us. He's looking at his busy work. Okay. Just checking in here now. So.
Lovely camera work, camera team. Thank you.
Homo, you didn't having a chat with Steve Hill. Doesn't look like an official review, more of just a adjacent chat during the time.
So we're just going, official, I've got some donuts on the bench. After the game, come by.
Some of my donuts.
Some of my donuts.
We're about to get right back into this action.
And the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre is really filled out as well. There's a great crowd here for a brilliant game. So we've got Pack Advantage sitting with Crime City Rollers. Vanilla Slice also just hops over the inside line to pick up lead.
And that is Missy Hammer passing the star for Nothing to Lose. Passing it through to number 64, Jack and Decker.
Yeah, and Jack and Decker forcing a call-off. Really nice work with that star pass.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's at your disposal if you're not lead jammers, if you can still put the pressure on that team to force the call-off so that we're not seeing long runs of points happening.
Yeah.
That is equally as useful.
And disruptive to the game as well for your opponents. If you can hold them to 2, 3, 4 points or sometimes no points.
Yeah. Straight back into it, we have got Trash Panda with the star for Nothing to Lose.
But it is a power jam start. Vanilla Slice in the penalty box for a high block. Must have gone to the box at the end of the last jam.
Trash Panda coming in just by turn 1. Chased through by Below Me into turn 2. Below Me has to let Trash Panda go.
Trash Panda are in control of this game as Vanilla Slice returns to the track. All the action pent up on turn 1.
We're seeing a real scrum here as the pack constricts to contain both those jammers. Penalty called on Missy Hammer, so Toulouse losing a blocker. Vanilla Slice able to take advantage with a beautiful roll on the inside line. Trash Panda, though, also sees daylight, makes it out, checks in with Bench, and is told to keep on rolling.
Yeah, Bench are very keen. Probably looking to try and claw back, putting faith in your blockers to say, can we try and hold on to Vanilla just a little bit longer for us to pick up a couple of extra points. Vanilla gets through on the first scoring pass.
Yep, Sweeney definitely tried with the slowdown, but Vanilla coming in now on the second scoring pass. Again, just grappling between turns 1 and 2. Number 19, Sweeney, last line of defence, joined by 28, Babom.
Yeah, and Bench now firmly saying now's the time to call it off. A couple more points put on for Toulouse. A long jam for a 2 points difference to the score.
Yeah, and a lot of physical capital expended for that as well, I think. Because of the very nature of the game that we're seeing, it is incredibly physical today. So 83 points for Crime City with that 8-point jam, and Nothing to Lose on 49, where they picked up 10 points in that last piece of play.
So we're on just an official...
Team timeout.
Team timeout, sorry. Nothing to Lose have called.
Great idea, again, using those timeouts as a little bit of a reset and a moment to just gather everybody in.
Yeah, and just looking over at their bench at the moment, they've got all of the team around and sat down.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you see in these times it's just a breast for everybody, but no, the bench has got everyone firmly sat down. Probably just putting a few new checks and balances in place.
Yeah, nice.
So Trash Panda scored 37 points so far this game.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Considering that they're on 49 points.
Yeah.
That's like 11, 12 points scored.
It's like 84% or something.
The danger of doing that just then in my head. I'm checking in to see if your eye twitched. Okay, team timeout comes to an end and my maths test is over. So we're going to get straight back to it with this reset.
You're right.
I'm
Good.
trying. I'm trying. The announcer Rishi Sunak most likes to hate. We are here and we have Ellie with the star for Crime City.
And for Nothing to Lose, number 64.
It's Jack and Decker.
Jack and Decker. Full complement of skaters on the track. Look at how much this pack is being spread out now. We must be at a good 60, 70 feet.
Yeah. Beautiful work by Toulouse. So straight from almost jam line through to the turn 2 to allow that stretch out.
And do we have a lead yet? No pass, no penalty. So
this jam will run for the full 2 minutes.
Jack and Decker could get out and call it off. But we've had attempted star pass as well, so we are going to see the full 2 minutes.
Yep. Jack and Decker still pushing through, manages to shrug off, and I say that it sounds light, but it's certainly not. Shrug off Yas to break free.
Can you shrug off Yas?
Well, somehow Jack and Decker did it. And when we say shrug, I think we mean something a little less sophisticated.
Look out, you can see from this angle how dense that pack has got. Little bit of movement, comes back to really nice reforming. We're seeing breaking up, disruption, offense, quick reforming from both sides.
That concertina effect working out well for both teams.
We must be spread out now 40, 50 foot across between turns 2 and 3.
Yep. And that force back and recycle on Ellie by the two Toulouse blockers. 2208 Tank working with number 19, I think that's Sweeney once again, or 202, forgive me. Billy the Kit and Tank working together. Just phenomenal job at containing the Crime City jammer.
The jam whistle goes with one blocker apiece sat in the penalty box. So again, a lot of work for no change to that score differential. A fantastic jam from a spectator's point of view.
Oh yeah, loved it.
If you're down there on wheels, this is ending up being a very long first period.
We've got 10 minutes left of this first half. Brom here, the Crime City Rollers versus Nothing to Lose game. Penultimate to the Anarchy weekend.
Yeah, on those jam lines, you can see Reggae for Crime City Rollers. Missy Hammer for Nothing to Lose.
Reggae is lead. Missy Hammer removes the star. Champagne is pivot. And in yesterday's games, we did see a lot of star passes to Champagne. Missy Hammer happy to go 1-on-1 against number 23, Rhino for Crime City, who forces that recycle back.
Reggae speeds out of turn 2, coming now in on the second scoring pass.
And Crime City's blockers very content to let Reggae do what Reggae needs to do. However, this time it doesn't work out as Reggae sits in the penalty box.
Yeah, for a forearms.
So power jam for Toulouse.
Yep. So we're going to see another long jam.
Yep. And
for third one in a row.
2 blockers in the penalty box for Crime City, but also 2 blockers. Oh, no.
Jammer switcheroo. Yes. So forearms also assessed on Missy Hammer. So we'll see Reggae return to the track.
And 1 blocker apiece in the penalty box for both teams. Below me, literally attacking that wall to allow opportunity for Reggae to get through. continue this scoring run. 12 points already in the pocket for Crime City Rollers.
Here comes the fourth scoring pass, taking advantage of that outside line. Finds a bit of space, probably picks up a couple of points, but maybe not the full complement. We'll see.
And Crime City currently tickling the 100 mark, Brom. Nothing to lose, not able to pick up points in that last period of play. So that 12 points for Crime City takes them to 99. There's nothing to lose, sit on 53. We've got a timeout called.
Yeah, an official timeout. That's been called, I can see, so the jam timer, our jam timer is just conferring with the officials off track. You might have noticed for a brief second on your screen at the start of that jam, it looked like we were on timeout. We weren't, so we're probably just realigning those times. But I know no more points picked up by Crime City at the end of that jam. They didn't manage to put any on the fourth scoring pass.
No, just the 12 that they had showing on the screen.
So just 12.
Just the 12.
12's brilliant,
you know,
but
12 points, 3 passes. Show me what you can do, B. Absolutely nothing. Curly Hall with the star now for Crime City. And interestingly, just looking at the stats, and by the way, our fantastic producer is Kid Block today for this game, and we're very grateful to have her with us. But just looking at the stats and actually thinking about how this is running out already. Crime City always reaching for those multi-passes in these jams, whereas we've only seen that successful once or twice in the Toulouse team. Curly Hall giving us a masterclass in that right now with this reset coming in on a second scoring pass. 7-4-7 Lilov, last line of defence. Curly Hall, beautiful little spin, gets around that, neutralises it, no problem. And once again, the Crime City blockers able to just purely concentrate on containing the blockers and setting up for the jammer coming out of the penalty box.
yeah, with Trash Panda serving that illegal contact. Trash Panda returning to the track without wearing the star cover, but CCR, I was about to say CCR seemed very ready. They were. Trash Panda sort of found some space on the inside line, but immediately is sent back to the penalty box for a cut track. No one wants concurrent jammer penalties.
No, not at all. And also, the frustrating thing, I think, is when you think you've seen that space and then it turns out to be illegal, forbidden space.
Yeah.
And you end up
That forbidden
the forbidden space. Curly Hall finding all of the legal and allowable space. Resets when the apex jump doesn't land quite the way they'd like. And she decides to call off that jam. Picks up 1 extra point.
And meanwhile, freezes Toulouse's jammer in the penalty box.
Yeah, 17 points there for Crime City. Takes into 1-1-6, nothing to lose at 53. We've got just under 5 minutes left of this first half. What a cracker of a game.
It has been a cracker of a game. Toulouse are fighting hard.
Yes.
It's fantastic to see. So, Power Jam start for CCR. You see quite a lot of movement as we come into turn 1. Reggae finds some space to pick up leads. Trash Panda is back on the track.
Trash Panda finding the door firmly shut. Reggae left to fend alone. Little bit of support comes in the form of Nasty, picking apart the Toulouse blockers.
And you can see that Crime City and Trash Panda picks up a cut track penalty, the third penalty in a row. Was desperate to try and get rid of that star, but Crime was saying, "We shall not let you knee or pivot."
Yeah, just a classic tactic there. And you can see the pivot, number 72, that's Nina Backdraft wearing the pivot stripe for Toulouse. Stood at the front of the pack now, along with 153 Millie, trying to contain Reggae. Unable to do so, 4 further points picked up on the board.
All the action on turn 1. Trash Panda comes back in. Attempts number 4 to try and break through this Crime City wall.
And, you know, there's that frustration level, isn't there, here? You're on the back of multiple penalties. You just want to get through. You just want to get to your pivot.
Yeah, and I can see Pivot is being quite instrumental in holding up Reggae at the moment, up the front.
Yep.
So Trash Panda might be wanting to offload that star. And you can see, there we go, Pivot finds space. Give me the star. Yep. Successful pass. What a relief that must be for Trash Panda.
Absolutely. And great work as well by Pivot to be able to come back pretty much undetected by the Crime City blockers. Reggae makes it through the pack, picks up further points and chooses to call off the jam.
Yep, just 2.5 minutes left of our first period here. Another 4 put on the Crime City Rollers for that last scoring pass.
Yeah, so a 20-point jam by them. (136) plays 53. We've got 2 minutes 15, and a team timeout has been called by Toulouse. And I'm not surprised at all with that jammer spiral there. I think taking some time just to have a think about things and turning that into an official review. With this amount of time that you've got left on the clock, you could review and also use it tactically as a bit of a moment to regroup.
So of those Crime City points, Reggae has picked up 57 of them.
Which is no mean feat at all.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And in 4 jams.
While we wait to get an update on this official review, we'd like to give a shout out to Gendered Intelligence. They're a registered charity that works to increase understanding of gender diversity and to improve trans people's quality of life. They are a trans-led and trans-involving grassroots organisation which runs training, campaigns and support services for trans and gender non-conforming people. We're really proud to give them a platform at Anarchy. Please check out their website, genderedintelligence.co.uk. You can also make a donation on their website or keep an eye out for a QR code on our stream adverts in between games.
So I might be wrong, but I wonder if Toulouse are actually using this official review as an official review.
Whoop. Well, it's nice to know.
There's good conversations happening in the middle of the track there.
It certainly looks like it, and I'm not going to speculate on what that might be for. We will no doubt get an update from our team soon enough. Coming up after this game, it is of course the final game of the weekend, and that is Helsinki RollerDerby versus our tournament host, London Brawling. Super excited to see that, especially as, again, London haven't played all day today, so nice fresh legs going into that game.
So Toulouse were looking for the forearm penalty on Trash Panda to be removed. They said they thought there was no impact. However, the head refs informed them there was actually a high block, for not a forearm. So the refs have discussed. The call stands for high block on Trash Panda. The review has been lost.
Well, use it or lose it.
Especially with this little time left as well.
And especially with that penalty being against one of your jammers who is out there scoring points. You really don't want those marks against them, because maybe not in this half, well, certainly not with the 2 minutes left, but in the next half when penalties start to bite in terms of those decisions made about who you're rostering, you don't want the penalties to be a factor. So
yeah, we've currently got 2 Toulouse players on 4 penalties apiece. A couple of people on 3. Across the CCR side, a really clean game on the whole.
Yeah.
A few penalties here and there.
Back to the fact that we are seeing immense physicality out on the track, and also a real use of the absolute edges of the track. The possibility for track cuts and things like that is, you know,
the chances go up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a higher chance of finding the forbidden area. Exactly
that. So off we go. It is Ellie with the star for Crime City. Champagne for Nothing to Lose. Ellie, your lead jammer.
Champagne, meanwhile, fighting to push out into turn 2. Last line of defence coming from 23, Rhino and Vilda. Really nice work to break out from nothing to lose. Forces the call off and holds CCR to 3 points.
1.5 minutes on the clock as we start to go into our final jams of this half, and it's 4 jams now with nothing to lose, not able to put a point on the board.
And also, I think just in the number of jams, you can tell there's been some long jams this period. I mean, this morning's game, I can't remember who was on that game, but there were 22 jams in the first period.
Yeah. That was Helsinki Rainy.
Thank you.
Were we together?
We were.
Right, it was Helsinki Rainy.
Yeah. So just got, with 16 jams at the moment.
Yeah. Good observation.
Thank you. Don't ask me to do maths.
Oh, always. We've got Vanilla Slice with the star for Crime City. Missy Hammer for nothing to lose. Vanilla Slice tests the outside line, but Missy Hammer also trying to follow the same path as Vanilla Slice. Gets caught up in the blocking contingent of Crime Cities. Vanilla Slice went 1-on-1 up front with Champagne to pick up lead for Crime City.
And it's a power jam as Missy Hammer picks up a forearms penalty. So
it is Crime City's power jam in the final of this game. Vanilla Slice coming round now. All the action looks to be lining up between turns 3 and 4. Toulouse try to run the pack. Crime City Jammers 0-7. Nasty not having any of this with the huge hit out to the inside on one of the Toulouse blockers, forcing that pack to a standstill.
And Vanilla Slice is having to work for these points. Toulouse, like you said, they put the speed on.
Oh. Missy Hammer returns to play and was thanked with a huge hit down from 9-7-4. That's Astrid for Crime City. Manages to recover, bounce back and come through the pack to complete the initial. Jams come to an end, but an official review has been called by Crime City in the final mementos of this.
Yep, so our alt announcer will jump into the middle, listen in and let us know what the Dr. Stevel is looking into for CCR.
So CCR did pick up 9 points in that jam. There was a score correction just at the end. It was a 9-point jam for Crime City. Nothing to lose again at 0. So that was 5 jams without any points there. 148 to 53 as we go into the half. I wonder, it looks like we're going to have this official review during the half time.
Yeah, I think so. And on that basis, yeah, we'll give it a minute. So I think we might have reached the conclusion of our official review.
Yep, just checking it in there. We'll get that information in a moment and be able to give you that and then give some time for refreshment.
Grab a beverage. So the Crime City were asking for black 191. So that's Missy Hammer to get a second penalty for not leaving the track immediately for an insubordination.
Okie dokie. And do we have an outcome of that?
And Crime have retained their review.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah.
Breaking news as we go into the intermission. We'll be back in just under 12 minutes, to bring you more from this amazing game. I'm the lovely Beatrix.
And I'm Brom.
And that was the halftime performance by the Rebel Voices, London's choir for LGBTQ plus women, trans and non-binary people. They brought us a range of awesome a cappella tunes ranging from 80s pop to sea shanties. If you'd like to hear or want to join with them, you can get in touch with them at rebelvoices@gmail.com.
So, in a brief moment, we will be kicking back off on this Crime City Rollers versus Nothing to Lose, the penultimate game of Anarchy 7 here, live from the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre in London. It's wonderful that you could join us. Those halftime scores, 148 plays 53, and if you dashed out just before we went to intermission, you may have missed that Dr. Stevel, a bench coach for CCR, called an official review, perfectly timed.
Yeah, absolutely. A really great use of that official review, which obviously, you know, you lose at the end of your first half. But there was a review required on the jammer for Toulouse. Do you want to give us a bit of background to that?
Yeah, so Stevel was looking for, or CCR was looking for a additional penalty to be called on Missy Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Missy Hammer was already on 5 penalties at this point. So what they were looking for was a not leaving the track immediately, essentially an insubordination penalty. Crime City retained that review at the end of the period. So Missy Hammer finished the first period on 6 penalties, a really unfortunate place to be on. Missy Hammer having picked up 12 of the points for Nothing to Lose in the first period. 37 of them were picked up by Trash Panda. On the other side, we had Reggae picking up 57 of CCR's 148. So 38% of their points total was picked up by Reggae.
An amazing show in that first half as well. We saw some very high scoring jams from CCR, including a couple by Curly Haw, definitely taking us to the 148 mark. They included some great multiple passes from number 56, that is Reggae, as you said, taking 38% of those points scored already. But now we're back into the action, Brom, and it is Curly Haw with the star for Crime City up against Missy Hammer, who's in the penalty box, as we said.
For that misconduct, yeah.
So lead jammer does go to Curly Haw.
So the pack has moved quite quickly into turn 3 as Curly Haw comes in on the first scoring pass.
All the action on the straightaway between turn 2 and 3. Curly Haw let go by the apex.
Missy Hammer standing in the penalty box.
Crime City blockers happy to just relax back a little bit and allow the track to run out on the Toulouse jammers. Daimauer coming in though as an assist for Curly Haw. Drops back now to pick up the Toulouse jammers. Blockers.
So notice the place of Toulouse's pivot. There doesn't seem to be an attempted star pass here.
Nope.
Maybe we've got some fresh legs coming into the second period.
Well, everybody takes a fall here, but recovery is quick for the Crime City blockers as they continue to chase out Missy Hammer. As you said, not passing the star. Crime City's Curly Haw held between jam and pivot line.
Really nice blocking.
Yeah, and patiently waiting for the assist from the blockers as well on the Crime City side.
Yeah, and CCR call it off?
Yeah. Correct. 9 points picked up by them.
Thanks.
See how quiet you can go. 157 plays 53 in favour of Crime City.
So we've got an empty penalty box as we go into the second jam of the second period of the penultimate game of Anarchy 7.
All the peas. But no peas, please. It's Vanilla Slice with the star for Crime City, coming up against Trash Panda for Nothing to Lose.
You can see Vanilla Slice pushing out the front of the pack as they start to ink into turn 1. Trash Panda finding space on the inside line, breaks through to pick up leads.
Fantastic work by Trash Panda's Vanilla Slice is held star in hand. Trash Panda comes in on a second scoring run, and we're seeing plenty of movement down the straightaway. Both jammers exiting the pack at the same time, but of course Trash Panda in the driving seat here, 4 points on the board, and lead jammer has the opportunity to call off that jam and deny Crime City Rollers opportunity to score.
Yeah, and a solid 100 points stands now between the two teams. And in that first period, we did see, obviously Missy Hammer, as we said, on 6 penalties at the moment, but 24 were picked up in total by Toulouse to CCR's 15 penalties across their team. So a nice clean game on the whole from CCR.
Yeah, but we talked about the fact that penalties bite in the second half as well, right? So those penalties that Toulouse are carrying now, are they going to make an impact as we move further into this period?
So that last jam marked the first time Toulouse have picked up lead in 9 jams total, as Jack and Decker picks up lead, a second consecutive for Toulouse.
You've got a taste for it, you've got to keep on going with it, Brom.
But unfortunately, Jack takes a stumble, leaving turn 3. CCR overtook as they had completed their initial pass. So Toulouse call it off, a 0-0 jam.
Yes, a 0-0 jam, but Crime City starting with one of their blockers in the penalty box. So actually opportunity once again here for Toulouse as Crime City slightly down.
And when opportunity knocks...
Come call him. Oh no, I answer. Oh, what is it? Maybe this is why I don't take the opportunities. Curly Hall with the start, up against Champagne for Toulouse. Champagne really looking to push forward on the outside line, sees daylight, but below me shuts that down. No opportunity knocking here. Curly Hall instead picks up the lead.
But initial pass has been got by Champagne. So probably some points picked up by CCR. It's 3.
Yes. Yep. However, their block is still in the penalty box.
It was a short jam.
Yeah. I think I always feel like CCR like to run a jam to clear that penalty box for as long as they can. But obviously, with both jammers having that initial pass completed and Toulouse coming into their scoring position as well, it was much wiser.
Absolutely.
To call it off.
Nice low pack there. And look at that footwork from Missy Hammer on the inside line to pick up leads in an instant. But we can see not far behind her, Vanilla Slice completes the initial.
Yeah, Vanilla Slice coming up to scoring position as Missy Hammer was knocked out. It was going to be recycled, chose instead to call off the jam. So we're seeing incredibly tactical jamming in this second half already, where Toulouse are just shutting down Crime's opportunities. Crime not willing to run the jam as long as they have been doing. We're not seeing those multi-passes happening right now. Is this with rankings in mind that both the teams are kind of thinking about what does that differential look like? What does the scoreline look like? What do they want to do with it?
It does make a difference. Nothing to lose in that last jam, actually picking up 2 points as well. So they did get one on Crime City Rollers. Trash Panda picks up a penalty, so it's a back block. So Reggae has the track to themselves as we come out of turn 2. Not quite lead, and there it is.
Reggae coming round as team set up on the apex of turn 2. CCR with the push back on 0-6, the Champagne from Toulouse. But still some grappling to be done by Reggae against Nina Backdraft, number 72 for Toulouse.
Trash Panda released from the penalty box as they come in to turn 2.
Stereo Trash then.
Sorry.
That's okay. That shows a delight for
I actually knew a band called Stereo Trash once.
You can see them headlining this year, Glastonbury. Well, somebody who might be headlining the dreams of many Crime City Roller fans is definitely Reggae with that third pass around the track.
A jamming they are indeed.
Oh, well done. Well done, Brom.
Thanks.
12 points picked up by Crime City Rollers takes their score to 173, nothing to lose, of 59. So we are finally starting to see some of those multi-passes that we were so familiar with in the first half from Crime City.
Pack advantage sits with Toulouse as we go into the 7th jam of the period. Jack and Decker immediately knocked to the inside of the track and recycled. You can hear the star cover, see the star covers being removed. Jack breaks out on the initial just as Curly Haw comes in on the scoring pass.
Curly Haw with some matrix moves there. Knocked to the outside, a little bit of a bend, came back in. This time knocked out again. Forced to just reset back on the pack, but actually gets picked up for a forearms penalty. So this is power jam in favour of nothing to lose. And pack is light on Crime City side because a blocker, it sits, 2 blockers now sit in the penalty box.
Yeah, and actually I think a third may be due to report as well, but the box is currently full. So a third is waiting to report.
That's Daimauer. So Nagan, the only blocker out on track. Daimauer back, rejoins until there is space.
So Curly Haw returns to the track after that earlier forearms. You're going to see the pivot for Crime City Rollers now leaves the track to go and pick up the earlier penalty that they were assessed on. A back block is now being issued as well.
This is a mega jam for nothing to lose. 16 points already in their pocket.
But then look how busy the penalties are on both sides of the track. It's light out there right now as we're on turn 2, and it's basically Jack and Decker against 2 Crime City, and we're slowly starting to see other players return to the track.
Yeah. Chaos has been unleashed in this jam, Brom, and I like the way it looks.
32 points between the 2 teams being picked up in total. A huge point-scoring jam across the board. Wow. There was a lot happening. A lot of penalties picked up there between the 2 teams. That was the highest jam for Toulouse of the game.
Yeah. Absolutely phenomenal to see so many things happening at once, and actually how both teams were able to manage that on the wheel. So in the actual moment, that kind of rotating door of blockers in the penalty box for both teams, as well as rotating door of jammers at one point, meant that both sets of blockers were really having to readjust what they wanted to do and the strategies they were going to make happen to contain or support their jammer.
I think at one point all strategy went out the window and penalty begot more penalties. A really well-timed team timeout by CCR. That's not the gameplay that they want. That's not the game they want to play. And
it's not the game that we've seen so far from them. It's been much more controlled and well thought out and drilled to a lesser extent, rather than, I think a little bit of chaos. But, you know, sometimes we like the contrast.
I was going to say, from a spectator point of view, I mean, people are here for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you said, a massive 20-point jam for Toulouse in that last piece of play.
And with that, the team timeout comes to an end.
Thank you. It does. Just checking in with the penalty box, really. We do still have a blocker in there from Crime City.
Yeah, and Toulouse's pivot is standing in the penalty box as well.
Both teams return to track. What have we got coming up for the rest of the day, Brom?
So we've got to look forward to our final game of the day, the final game of Anarchy 7 2023. We're going to see Helsinki RollerDerby take on our hosts, London Brawling, in game 10 of the weekend. We're probably running 10-15 minutes behind schedule at the moment, so you can expect to see that about 5:15 British summertime here in the UK. So adjust your clocks to wherever you are watching in the world.
Adjust your drinking schedules accordingly.
Exactly. And this is our last game of the weekend.
Oh, well, we'll adjust our drinking schedules.
I will
accordingly.
indeed. There's actually a London brawling beverage with my name on it at the bar.
Oh, that's kind. That's nice. Did you buy that yourself, for yourself? Is that what that is? I'm going to take your silence as a yes. Okay, as we move into this, we've got 20 minutes just under to go of this second half. And lining up, we've got 0-6 for RollerDerby Toulouse. That's Champagne up against 9-0. Vanilla Slice for Crime City Rollers.
No pack advantage, but both teams down a blocker apiece at the moment. Densely populated pack as we move into turn one. Incredibly slowly as well. Vanilla Slice gets recycled back again, but is really trying to find that space on the inside of turn one. Toulouse do a fantastic job of recycling them all the way back to the jam line.
Agatha Crushdie in that blocking contingent for Nothing Toulouse doing an absolutely stellar job, and that works out well as Champagne picks up lead for Toulouse.
Vanilla Slice has removed the star cover from her helmet, but picks up a cut track penalty. So we're going to see a power jam in favour of Toulouse.
Well, we've already seen what they can do with that 20-point jam in the last period of play. Let's see if they're able to set up for some similar success in this jam now, or whether Crime City will try and neutralise this power jam against them. Certainly we're seeing the crush of bodies into turn two. This is the first lead for Champagne.
So
and first power jam for Champagne then as well.
Oh. So Champagne deciding to call that off, locking Crime City Rollers jammer in the penalty box. So a nice power jam start, although you'll see in the back of shot there, just by the S1 banner, jammer is standing, so just a few seconds left to serve.
Okay, but it is Trash Panda lining up for Nothing Toulouse, so sometimes you only need a few seconds to pick up that lead.
Very much
Get
so.
on by, pick up 4 extra points. 4 points were posted by Nothing Toulouse in that last period of play, Brom. Takes them to 83, so this is now 185 plays 83.
And do we think there might have been an adjustment to the jammer rotation of Toulouse in this second period? Because I feel like we might be seeing Missy Hammer a little bit less.
It'd be interesting to know what that looks like, definitely. On the jammer rota.
I mean, in terms of these two teams, though, they have both had 4 leads each in this period. We started the half with the scoreline being 1-4-8 plays 53. So we've actually seen a bit of movement, and probably Toulouse, in fact, Toulouse have closed that gap a little bit.
Yes, yeah. Another thing with Toulouse, though, you know, they've got Missy Hammer on the 6 penalties, but they've also got number 49, Trash Panda, on 5 penalties, Brom.
And it is Trash Panda that is on the track now.
Exactly.
You can see fighting at the front of the back, a full complement of Malmo players.
Lost the star. That star cover was definitely not on enough. The star cover's on the floor. Trash Panda has not noticed. The team are trying to communicate. Trash Panda now going to have to try and get back round, and Crime City looking to cover that, make it difficult, but number 28 Babon coming in to allow that space to open up and Trash Panda to grab that star cover, which is recovered. Now last line of defense, 9-7 for Astrid. Trash Panda is through, picking up 3 points for Toulouse.
And a cut track has been assessed on Vanilla Slice. So it is a power jam. It will run also for the full 2 minutes. I have to say, I saw the look on Trash Panda's face when they realised that they thought they were lead and they didn't have the star on.
Yeah.
It was an unsettling moment.
Yeah. The kind of nightmares that wake you up at 3 a.m. as a jammer, I imagine.
Vanilla Slice is now back in play. Completes the initial pass.
Trash Panda being held between pivot line and turn 1 by the CCR blocking contingent. And really all eyes from CCR are on Trash Panda and stopping any progress through this pack. Vanilla Slice left to fend for herself, takes a hit from 2-0. to Billy the Kit, forced out and recycled back towards jam line, Brom.
And actually, I did see a look from the pivot for Trash Panda's pivot say, do you need me?
Yeah.
And there was a shake of the head going, actually, I've got this.
Yeah, nice.
I like that communication on track.
Yeah, I like the fact that you're able to read people's eyes from all the way up here. I'm impressed by you.
Thank you very much.
Surprised.
I was quite lucky. It was on turn 2, which is right by where we are.
10 points picked up by Nothing to Lose in that phenomenal jam. Crime City Rollers answering with 4 points of their own. 189 plays 93 now, Brom.
A lot of points picked up by Toulouse in this period.
Yeah, 40 points.
40 points.
40 points, because they were at 53 at the half-time. They're now at 93.
Yeah, so they've nearly scored their entire complement of points from the first period in 15 minutes of this as well.
Yeah.
So could be a signal of some good things to come. Meanwhile, on the track, Missy Hammer still out there as the jammer.
And that is Reggae for Crime City. But Missy Hammer, lead jammer now. As we said, Missy Hammer, danger jammer right now. 6 penalties on the board. Crime City with 1 blocker in the penalty box. And now their jammer in the penalty box. 4 arms penalty assessed, so Reggae will sit in that penalty box. This is power jam in favour of Nothing to Lose. And Missy Hammer certainly going to be looking here at the opportunities. 2 blockers for Crime City sat in that penalty box. So light pack out on track, Brom.
Yeah, and as proven just then, Missy Hammer calls the jam off, freezing them in the box. So it will be a power jam start.
Yeah, and that was the first time Missy Hammer jammed for 5 jams. So quite a long pause in the rotation.
Good strategic use of Missy Hammer, though. It's worked in their favour. 8 points. Those 8 points break the century for Toulouse.
Yeah, fantastic result for them. They must be feeling really tough with how this second half is going. Reggae in the penalty box as Jack and Decker starts with the star for Toulouse. Now Crime City's 3 blockers out on track, really crowding, taking space and speed away from Jack and Decker.
I just oofed a little bit
at
the Jack and Decker movement into the back of that CCR wall.
Nina backdraft pivot for Toulouse, comes in to wrecking ball up that wall. And CCR not to be deterred. Fantastic penalty neutralisation as Reggae back out on track and picks up lead, snatches it from Jack and Decker. Pivot takes the star for Nothing to Lose. That is Nina backdraft.
Nina backdraft fights to get a scoring pass, but CCR call it off, shutting them out. But a nice use of a star pass.
Yes.
Cuts the jam short.
Yes. Stops that overspill of points. 3 were able to be posted by CCR, but we've seen already historically so much worse can happen. Now Central Crime City Rollers jammers have been on a bit of a penalty spiral in the past few jams. 5 jams in total where there's been penalties for the jammers of Crime City. Let's see if Ellie can book the trend. Trash Panda out once again.
Fighting hard approaching turn 1, but knocked to the inside of the track and being recycled all the way back. We've seen a power jam as well. At the same time, one of the CCR blockers is sent to the box. So we've got pack advantage, power jam. It's all happening. This is one of those jams that could work in Toulouse's favour.
And let's hope it does. Toulouse so far in the last 5 jams have picked up 42 points, Brom. Crime City only managing to post 19.
Wow, that's a big difference. But the first period, there were 95 points between the 2 teams. Going into this jam, there were still 91. So despite Toulouse having a really good few minutes, they need to continue on that path. Look at that, just inched through the inside line.
Amazing.
From that scoring pass. 8 points picked up now by Trash Panda, coming in on that third scoring pass. Look at that movement, the duck and dive. Oh, doesn't quite make it on the second attempt.
I'd love to see that again. Just relive that moment of the duck and dive. Trash Panda checking in with the bench. Bench says, keep on rolling, Trash Panda. The blockers have got this, and Ellie certainly being held in that apex of turn 1 and 2. Escorted to the outside, but with a little tippy-tappy, manages to get on round, Brom.
Yeah, beautiful. Both jammers there performing some movement of miracles to break through opposing walls.
Let's watch this bean dip again here. Look at that by Trash Panda. Not able to quite land it that time, but did just before that to get through and see the daylight.
Yeah, it's almost like CCR went, you can try it once, but a second time,
Fool
we're going to get you.
Yeah, shame on me. Fool me twice. No, you won't. That's
That's how it goes, yeah.
That's what I believe. Sorry on a tea towel once. Crime City Rollers 192, nothing to lose. 1-1-3, 10.5 minutes left. And Missy Hammer picks up lead once again against Curly Haw, who's jamming for CCR.
Everyone is on the track. Curly Haw gets through on the initial pass. You'll see them approaching the back of the pack for a scoring pass, but nothing to lose go, nope. This is our jam.
Yes.
But did Toulouse pick up any points there?
Feel like, sneaks through one.
Yeah, Wonder Zebra, the jam ref for nothing to lose, just having a chat with the OPRs to go. Did we see a scoring pass there?
Yeah. Fantastic work by the officials here today in these fast-paced games as we reset right back into it. This is jam number 14. So already as well, Brom, just the number of jams we're seeing in this half is a lot more, which shows the pace of play has really picked up.
Yeah, absolutely. Some really nice blocking from Toulouse. 1-5-3. Millie to knock Reggae to the inside line, recycles them all the way back. We're back at that exact same position again. Space is opening up, and the crowd here at Crystal Palace National Sports Centre seem to be supporting the underdog because there is rapturous applause at that lead game. Yeah,
fantastic. Champagne with the lead. Reggae in the mix, coming in now on the scoring pass to join Champagne. Champagne chooses to call off the jam. And it was almost like Champagne and Trash Panda previously really just think, okay, you know, if we keep on pushing, we know that space opens up on the inside. Our job is to be ready for that millimetre of space to get on through, because both of them finding it on the inside line and being able to take advantage. So we're going to reset now. 3 points for nothing to lose takes them to 1-1-7. Crime City held at 1-9-2, and my goodness me, a reversal of fortunes. 3 jams where Crime City have been unable to score. Toulouse has really shut them down, Brom.
And we've seen a forearms assessed on one of Toulouse's blockers. That's 2-2-2, Agatha Crushdie. You can see Ellie at the front break through to pick up the lead. Just looking to see where Trash Panda picks up a forearms penalty. So we have got a power jam. That good fortune coming to a small end, an abrupt end.
Well, let's see if Toulouse are able to work at neutralising this penalty against them. Certainly not with the hits like that are being laid down. But a back block penalty assessed to Ellie means that the reversal of fortunes is once again underway, Brom.
So we've got 1 full minute left to play out on this jam as Trash Panda returns to the track, gets through. That is the initial pass for Trash Panda. So the next time that they hit the back of the track comes the points.
Trash Panda is on 6 penalties though. So this, again, danger jammer.
So we've got 2 on the Toulouse jammer rotation that are currently on 6 penalties.
Missy Hammer and Trash Panda. And below me, going one-on-one with Trash Panda here, joined by 0-4. That's Vilda at the front of this pack, just going into turn 1. CCR's jammer, Ellie, has returned to play in between Pivot jam and pivot line. Trash Panda is pushing forward right now on the apex, but CCR holding firm at the front here. Very little movement. Vilda dropping back to bridge. Below me, last line of defense as we chase down the straightaway. Trash Panda makes it out, most importantly, legally, Brom.
Very importantly, so 4 points picked up by Nothing to Lose. Crime City on the second scoring pass picked up an additional 2 points. My word, there was a lot happening in that jam. We're both stood here fanning ourselves.
It's
So warm.
hot, and it's hot out on track, Brom. That's what's going on here right now. So let's just check in with the time. We've got 6 minutes left of this game. Crime City rolls at 198, tickling the 200.
They are
the double century.
They are incredibly close.
Nothing to Lose on 1-2-1.
But what I will say is that Toulouse have managed to close the gap a bit. We went into this second period with 95 points between the two teams. So currently 77 between those two teams. We're at an official review at the moment, being called by Nothing to Lose.
Yeah.
So we'll bring you what that is in just a second.
Interestingly, in those 3 jams where CCR was shut down, Toulouse were able to post 16 points in total onto that board. So still in that positive in terms of points scored this half from a Toulouse perspective. Thanks for your input on that, Brom.
Sorry, I nodded in agreement and then realised that
it's not very
helpful
audio.
when we're just audio.
Yeah, but thank you all the same. As we said, there is an official review from Toulouse, and we do have those penalties to be really mindful of. 6 minutes left is all fine and dandy, but when 2 of your major jammers are on 6 penalties each, it does put you into somewhat of a quandary as a lineup manager.
True, although what I really admire is despite those heavy jammer penalties for Toulouse, they've managed to close that points differential by quite some.
Yeah. Yeah, it is absolutely testament to their tenacity here on track today.
Yeah, and good lineup management as well. I think good use of that rotation on the track.
Yeah.
You know, Crime City Rollers are a formidable opponent to any team in Europe.
Yeah.
So Toulouse to be able to position themselves in the way that they have, the penalty management when the penalties are so high, it's really something to be commended.
I agree with that completely. Checking it in on the Crime City side, and it looks like just 0-7. That's nasty with the 5 penalties. Everybody else pretty much clear.
So the Toulouse official review is asking for a gross misconduct to be issued as an upgrade from the back block on the opposing jammer Ellie.
Oh, okay. And just checking in.
And actually, I remember because we had such a good view of that penalty at the time. It was on turn 2.
Yes.
So the officials, I imagine, will just be looking. They will be able to have seen that from all angles.
Yes.
To assess.
Yeah, and it does look like there is a jammer out on track for CCR lining up right now. That jammer is Curly Haw. Curly Haw pushing forward for Nothing to Lose. It's Missy Hammer. Removes the star as Curly Haw is called lead. Missy Hammer takes a space on the outside. Inside, moves outside. Track is opened up as Curly Haw pushes forward. 747, Live Love in attendance, trying to keep Curly Haw contained, joined by 2208 Tank, who forces the knockout. Yeah,
so if Toulouse did lose their official review, the officials said it was not an expulsion-worthy back block, and so they've lost their OR.
Thank you. Curly Haw pushing forward, still Nothing to Lose. Darren Missy Hammer does make it out, star in hand. 4 points picked up for Crime. And Curly Haw choosing to call off the jam.
Oh, we've suddenly seen a London appear on the big LED screen in the arena.
London! That's for everybody who doesn't know where they are, like me. Where am I? Crime City over the 200 mark now, Brom, at 2:02.
Yep. They tickled it and then went through it.
Tickled it and passed it. 1-2-1 for Nothing to Lose. And we've got 4.5 minutes left of this final half.
So, we're seeing. So just as that jam was about to start, a timeout was called by Crime City. You can also see that bench coach Steve All has made his way into the inside of the track and is having a chinwag with the officials. Meanwhile, some essential track maintenance is being undertaken. A big thank you to all of those London volunteers that have hosted us this weekend, run merch stalls, raffle stalls, repaired the track, and just generally kept us all in check.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic to have them here and have their support.
So when we go into Jam 18, we will see pack advantage for Crime City. One Toulouse blocker currently sat in the penalty box.
And Jam 18 surpasses how many jams we had in the first half, Brom. So we only had 17 jams. With 4.5 minutes to go, we're still going to have plenty more. So it just shows the difference in the second half in terms of play and plays. Straight back into the, not straight back into the action. Lies, utter lies.
Utter lies. What's going on now?
Why would somebody do that to me? Why would they start a whistle and expect me to not, like a Pavlov's dog, assume that RollerDerby had started?
I should confess, I've known Dr. Stevel for a very long time. I have a lot of love and respect for him. And it is Dr. Stevel that's held up the gameplay for some reason there. I'm not entirely sure. It is an official timeout. So, some sort of clarification taking place.
And that's fair. At moments like this where we've got, people are really thinking about their rankings now this year. We want to make sure everything is perfecto, right?
Yeah, they went out the window for a long time. So, it's nice that...
Along with bras. Everything went out the window
Everything
for a
went
long
out
time.
the window. Haircuts and the work. But we don't talk about those times. What we do talk about is the fact that Reggae has picked up lead for Crime City Rollers in a mere matter of seconds. We've seen Trash Panda lose the star cover for the second time in this period. Noticed, however,
thankfully,
yet to complete the initial pass. So
here
comes the offence and the support from Toulouse as we approach turn 2. But Crime City Rollers sail through. Reggae picks up 4 scoring points.
And Trash Panda did pass the star to Jack and Deco, pivot on the track. So after losing that star, maybe thought, I'm not going to put it on again. I'm just going to pass it over.
Just going to give it to someone else.
Yeah, it's like I have to get somebody else to do my zips for me. So it's the same kind of thing, I imagine. 4 points picked up by Crime City, nothing for Toulouse.
Just a reminder, we have got a wonderful team of photographers here this weekend. So if you're looking forward to catching their snaps afterwards, I'm sure that if you head to the London Roller Derby Facebook page in the coming days, you'll see some of those brilliant standout moments captured on film.
Absolutely. Curly Hall, lead jammer for Crime City. Champagne taking a ride on the hips of 974 Astrid. Knocked back and recycled on the inside as Curly Hall pushes forward, twisted and turning to check in with teammates. Excuse me, can I have a little bit of help here, Astrid? Thank you very much. Gets that help and support to get on through on that scoring pass, first scoring pass of this jam.
Yeah, in comes Champagne.
Champagne holding the star, but still being marked as much as possible.
And a really stretched out pack as well. The entirety of turn 1 and turn 2 into the straightaway is what gave Champagne that space to break through on the initial pass.
And 3 points picked up by them as well, Brom. Nothing to lose, posting 3. Crime City Rollers posting 8. Team time out call. We've got 2 minutes 15 left of this game. And team timeout has been called by Nothing to Lose.
So it's just those Crime City Rollers out on the track at the moment.
Brom, the past 3 jams, Nothing Toulouse have been unable to score, but picking up 3 points. So sorry, the last 2 jams, Nothing Toulouse haven't been able to score, but now with those 3 points, they've break that deadlock a little bit as we go into the final 2 minutes of this game, sorry.
And a third, exactly a third of the points have been picked up by Reggae for Crime City.
Amazing work. Absolutely phenomenal jamming here today, and phenomenal support as well, Brom, from the blocking contingent for CCR. We've seen some real cohesive strategies being played out on track.
We have, but that change in Toulouse gameplay that we were talking about has had its impact on CCR. Not only have Toulouse closed that gap somewhat between the two teams, in the first half, 15 penalties across the CCR team, but 19 in this half so far. 3 jammer penalties for them in the first half, but double that in this second period. So Toulouse are getting under the skin a little bit.
Definitely. Toulouse picks up lead, but also a back block. So I'm just unsure now whether lead's been rescinded. Oh, sorry.
So Missy Hammer goes to the penalty box. And that will be a foul out as well.
Yeah. No lead jammer in this jam, Brom, so it will run for the full 2 minutes. It is the final jam of this game. As we said, Missy Hammer fouling out. Reggae just absorbing blows from the Nothing Toulouse blockers. Comes round on this first scoring pass. Forearms penalty being assessed to number 19, Sweeney, as Toulouse has another blocker in the penalty box. So pretty light out on track there.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a real blowout jam to end the game for CCR.
Yeah.
I mean, there goes a third scoring pass. Straight back in. You can see that Toulouse are trying to position themselves to receive it, but just offense coming in from CCR.
Yeah.
Reggae being slowed down here. Really nice work from those two Toulouse blockers.
It's Tank at the front of the pack once again, joined by Babon and number 19, Sweeney, who've just worked as an absolute trio of terror almost for Toulouse.
So everyone's back on track, apart from Missy Hammer. Unfortunately for them, they have fouled out.
Yeah. And Reggae happy to continue going. And I guess from a CCR perspective, one of the things about Reggae that we've seen throughout this game is that they are happy to take on the blockers of Toulouse single-handedly if that's what the blockers need to contain. Now, there is no jammer, as you said, out on track, so this really is for CCR. And as we say that, jam comes to an end with seconds to spare, and Stevel and CCR using this time to call a timeout.
Call a timeout and force another jam, because Crime City Rollers aren't happy with their differential right now.
They want more.
They want more.
And who doesn't want more in life?
I know.
That was the highest scoring jam of this game. Equals some of the highest scoring jams that we've seen across the games this weekend. And exciting to see that from Reggae. Normally, we tend to see those highest scoring jams historically in the past in the CCR pack from the likes of Curly Haw. So to now see other jammers coming in and taking that mantle, super interesting, Brom.
It really is. Sorry.
It really would be. Do you know who you sounded like then?
I can't help it. I was fixated on the fact that you were saying about wanting more, and then it made me remember that people believe the Great Fire of London was a result of Londoners at the time being too gluttonous.
Well, maybe that's just the feeling we're all absorbing here at Crystal Palace today in this penultimate game of the final day of Anarchy 7. But right now we are lining up for one more jam, Brom.
We are. It is everyone back on track. An empty penalty box, a dense pack. You can see Pivot providing offense for CCR as Curly Haw fights out at the front to pick up lead. Look how quickly that pack is moving as Champagne tries to find space to get the initial pass.
And Champagne really just powerhousing forward there. Wonderful one-legged turn spin on that inside line. Oh! Curly Hall with the jump of all jumps.
A wonderful apex jump. But Champagne's hop, skip and a jump.
Look at
nice.
That. Beautiful. Teammates actually clapping before she's landed as well.
Yes, like just
yes,
for jumping
it.
Just the attempt warranted applause, but successfully landed. That picked up 3 points for Crime City Rollers, and you might be able to hear here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre a chorus of the Crime City Rollers theme song, if you will.
Yeah. So our final score, Brom, nothing to lose, 1-2-4. Crime City Rollers 2-4-5.
What a wonderful penultimate game here at Anarchy 7. It's been a real delight. Still to come today, our final game of the weekend will be Helsinki Roller Derby versus our hosts, London Brawling, and that will come to you probably in about 20-25 minutes, so just a bit behind the scheduled time.
Yeah, fantastic. And I think that we can take it, wrap it up from there and give you a chance to have a little break, stretch your legs maybe, have a moment. Did want to say that Reggae scored 100 points in that game. That's just before I leave.
That's a wonderful statistic to finish on. The lovely Beatrix, thank you so much for letting me join you with my weird words.
Well, lovely Brom, thank you for being here and putting up with my equally weird words. I'm sure that we'll get to chat again soon, but in the meantime, we're going to leave you all now to get some refreshments ready for the final game. Helsinki versus London coming up shortly. Do stay around, do stay tuned, and do tweet about Anarchy 7 if you so desire.